This is the Detroit Sports Podcast Network.
John Macaroon here, Detroit Sports Podcast Network here with Keith Carbo following the Volvik LPGA Championship. Can you please sum up the last 4 days? A great tournament.
Oh, you just summed it up right there. It's absolutely fantastic. Great fan support, great community support. LPGA players, I think, had a wonderful time based on talking to as many as I could. The course played really well despite some of the wet weather leading into the tournament. But overall, I think if you saw today, we had a ton of happy people out here, and I'm looking forward to hosting next year's tournament already.
How concerned were you with the weather? I mean, you guys pushed up the final round to about 9:40 a.m. It seemed to work out perfectly. Weather held out.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about working with the LPGA. They have a meteorologist right on site. We actually called the local meteorologist also, just so we had two opinions. And it's fans first and foremost. We didn't want the fans to sit through a rainy delay, and we also wanted the LPGA players to have a fair competition. So, I mean, overall, you can't complain. You can't worry about it either. You have to take what you're given, and we're excited that it all worked out the way that it did.
Shanshan Feng wins the tournament, 19 under. How do you feel the course held up? And talk about Shanshan, the champion.
Oh, she's going to be a great champion for us. She was really excited to win here. The course held up really well. Everything that Travis Point has done as a partner with us has been fantastic. John Seafelt here as a superintendent works really hard all year, whether it's for this tournament or for the members, and the course played really well. She scored great and provided a lot of fun golf for all of our fans that came out to see her.
For those that maybe did not come out this year, what can they maybe look forward to next year to come out here? Travis Point, obviously a great golf course. Sell me on Travis Point.
Oh, it's a fantastic venue for a professional golf tournament. Most courses aren't set up this way. We have 8,000 parking spaces right down the street at Washtenaw Farm Council. Great hub around the clubhouse. Wonderful fan viewing areas. We added some grandstands this year in key locations. We'll be doing that again next year. Just overall, it runs very smoothly operationally. We have 550 volunteers that all have a smile on their face, and I'd be hard-pressed to find too many people that didn't have a wonderful time, and I'm hoping everybody comes back next year and brings a friend, and we'll double our attendance.
You said that there's a 24-hour job. Now the tournament's done. What's next for Keith?
Yeah, I mean, our whole staff works on this 24 hours a day this tournament week and all week long. And what we'll do now is we'll start to break down the course this following week. We'll meet as soon as Tuesday to go through all of our notes, find out what went well and what we can improve on. We'll begin planning right away, meeting with all of our great sponsors and developing marketing plans for next year. But overall, it's really not a job. It's kind of a lifestyle. It is 24/7. It's very unique. Not too many people get to do this, and we're very fortunate that we have a great staff. It's a small staff, but a fantastic group that puts this together.
Thanks for your time. We appreciate it, Keith.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
All right, happy to be joined here in the Media Center by 2017 Volvik Championship winner Shanshan Feng. Shanshan, what was the key to your strong week?
Well, I think overall my ball striking was very good, and normally iron shot is my strong part. And we were lucky because it rained a lot, so the greens really softened up. So I was trying to just land the ball very close to the pins, trying to just hit the pins all the time, and I've had many birdie chances, and my putting was not bad either, so I'm very happy.
You mentioned in your post-round speech you've won a lot in Asia, but this is your first win in the States since, I believe, the first in the States since 2013.
Yes.
So what does it mean to you to have a win back on American soil?
Well, to prove that I can win in the U.S. Because, in the past few years, I was winning Japan, Malaysia, China, but, I didn't win many times in the U.S., and I'm very happy that, I can actually prove to the fans in the U.S. that, I can actually win here. Yeah.
We'll open up for questions.
Talked yesterday about how you don't look at the scoreboard at all, basically, until the end of the tournament. What did you know when you came up 18 as far as what your position was and your strategy?
Well, I had no idea about the others, other than my playing partners. So I was maybe assuming somebody in front of me maybe would have a super low round and maybe would catch me. So I had no idea. I was just focusing on my own game and my own plan. And the 18th there, I didn't feel nervous at all. I just misjudged by the rough, and then after the second chip, and then my ball got on the green, and then I actually looked at the leaderboard because I asked my my caddy. I was like, I handed him the ball. I was like, is it okay? Then my caddy's like, oh, it's fine. And then I was like, oh, maybe I got a 2 putt to win. And I looked up the leaderboard. I was like, yeah, I was leading by 2. And then, so I didn't have pressure at the last putt.
You said after you won that it was only your 3rd win in the U.S. Do you feel like your game now is in a position where you can take down a bunch more tournaments now in the United States?
Well, yeah, I think my game is always good, but just didn't win too many times in the U.S. But I think overall I've been a very consistent player, and I've had many top 5s, top 10s in my career so far, but I want to win more. I think that's why I actually started to win more tournaments, because I don't want to, just make top 10s. I want to win tournaments, yeah.
You've been one of the hottest players in the world since winning the bronze medal. Now you have 3 wins since then. How did that motivate you and kind of push you towards the success you've been having?
Like the beginning of last year, I was struggling a little bit, but before the Olympics, I talked to myself. I said, hey, you have to smile all the time. Doesn't matter if you're playing well or not playing well, because golf is just part of your life. It's not everything of your life. And, and then I kept smiling, and then that really helped me to get through all the bad shots. And then I finished 3rd. I got the bronze medal in Rio, and that really gave me a lot more confidence. And then after that, I just reminded myself every time and said, hey, just smile all the time. It doesn't matter. If you hit a bad shot, it's going to happen, because we're human beings and we should allow ourselves to do that. And that's what I've been doing well.
At the Olympic, you just hit going on. But from beginning of this year, you just slow down, calm down. What difference between that?
Well, I would say first, after like a 2 months off season, I took like 5 weeks totally off. I didn't touch my clubs. And then after like that 2 months without tournaments, it's hard to get back to your A game. And I think I started a little slower this year. I think because I gave myself a little too much pressure also, because of I did so well end of last year, and then I was expecting myself maybe to keep doing the same thing, and then that's why I struggled a little bit. But and then started from like Dallas, I told myself, I said, hey, it doesn't matter. I said, just focus on like week by week. And then if you bring out good performance, your ranking's going to go up, so you don't have to worry about the ranking. And then I was smiling every day on the course again, so I'm really enjoying playing in the tournaments, and that really helps me.
Do you notice a big difference now that you've taken this different approach, the smiling all the time? Are you enjoying it like more than ever?
Well, I think I learned that after the Rio Olympics, because I remembered when I just got on the tour when I was a rookie. I was smiling all the time. Like, people were telling me I was maybe the one that was smiling the most, like on and off the course. And I think my personality is a very happy, silly, funny person. So I think that's good. That helps me to play well. But beginning of this year, maybe I was a little bit off. I tried to play well too much, but I think now I'm back. I'm smiling. Hopefully, I was smiling on TV. Hopefully, I don't know. Because normally when people watch TV, we have like poker faces, but I do think I'm smiling on the course. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
How do you celebrate a win like this? Do you do anything in particular to celebrate a win, or?
Well, next week I'm off. I'm taking next week off, so I'm going to rest a little bit. And tomorrow is Memorial Day, and maybe a little bit shopping, and then a lot of rest. And then I'll talk to my parents because they're overseas in China. But of course, I'm pretty sure they already knew that I won the tournament, and I'm waiting for their phone calls. And my next time back in China is after the KPMG, so I'll see them there and see what we can do to celebrate.
What are you going to buy?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. But that was a big check, so I can buy something, but I'm not going to spend it all.
Anything else for Shanshan? We appreciate the time.
Thank
Congratulations
you. Thank
again.
you so much.
Stay right up there 1 second.